Yo, what's going on, everybody? This is Justin and Brandon from In the Zone, and today we're going to be going over our top 10 players from season 3. And what list is going to comprise of is the top 10 players and their stats, along with maybe some of their average placement and tournament wins from all of season 3, just based on competitive Warzone. So, your 2v2 tournaments, your time kill races, and maybe all the other ones that might have been in there this season that have been for the big money. That's what this list is mostly based off of. Sorry.
Yeah, the only thing we don't have stat wise is obviously custom games because there's no way for us to
Yeah.
grab that information. But we did take their placements into account for when we're choosing who goes where. So we did take the
Yes, sir.
was it two customs? I think there's
Mm-hmm.
what Twitch
Mm-hmm.
rivals, and then we just had the what was
Teach
this
trials.
Teep Trials. That was the
Yeah, yeah.
custom, which was really fun. So we took those into account, and we kind of just used all that data to come up with our, I guess you say personal list, but backing that up with the
With
data.
stats.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, like Justin said, though, this is only from season 3 data. So, what was it? I think it was April 20th around there is when season 3 started. So, anything
Yep.
before that, this does not take into account. And then June 16th is obviously the end of season 3. So, anything past that will obviously not take into account. And world records do not count, strictly competitive. So, here we go. We'll go ahead and show you guys what we got. Coming in at number 10, we got Super Evan with the 7.04 KD. Total amount of kills of 2,296. Remember,
Ooh.
placements do come into account for this. Fortunately, we don't have that on the graphic. Coming in at number 9, Z-Laner, 7.53. 2,703 total kills. His bounce back season did not have a good
Oh, yeah.
season at
Z's and
all.
3, baby.
Yeah, before season 2. M16 DMR meta was not a Z-Laner meta.
Yeah,
Coming in at
no.
number 8, we got Destroy, that 7.18, 2,684 kills. Coming in at number 7, we got this Jukies with the 5.71, 2,423 kills. Coming in at number 6, Rate It, 6.36 with 3,093 kills. Number 5, Almond, 6.63, 4,035 kills. Coming in at number 4 is Tommy with the 6.65, 3,384 kills. Number 3 is coming in at Noobs. I think some people are kind of maybe pushed back a little bit on this one, but me and Justin knew some people will say Noob sold his soul to the devil, but that 7.01 KD, 3,479 kills. Number
Yeah, Eddie
2,
has been
oh,
I just want to bring in on real quick. Eddie has
yep,
been like super consistent this season. I think he really earned that top 3
oh,
placement
100%.
for this season.
Yeah. And then number 2, Aiden, 6.24, 3,690 total kills. And then obviously number 1 earner in Warzone. And then coming in at number 1, everyone probably guessed it. It's always going to be this guy for now until someone else steps up to this plate is Mr. Biffle. The 8.89, 2,026 kills total.
Crazy, man. Kids just built different.
And then we do have some honorable mentions. This was very tough. We sat here probably for like an hour or two trying to go over this list and go over
Yes.
placements and stuff. So there is some like honorable mentions. Give a shout out to Smitty. Kid is nasty. Unfortunately, only had about 7 tournaments recorded playing with the big boys. So if he gets more invites, he's definitely one to watch out for here. That will jump into this list easily.
Yeah, absolutely. He's definitely on the come up. Like he was, he's been good for the last couple seasons when he started, when he started playing 2v2s with Tommy and everybody kind of started to really figure out who he was. And now he's kind of like making a name for himself and he's always shows up to the plate. Like whenever a tournament happens, he always plays well. So yeah, shout
Yep.
out to Smitty for always playing well in tournaments.
Yep. Another one. We had FIFA kill. Big EU dude. Huge. Juki's duo. They're nasty together. It was tough to fit them in. We prioritized the 2v2s over the time kill races when we're accounting for stuff in this.
Hmm.
So that was a big one. Then we had Booyah as another honorable mention. Nasty player from Nuke Squad. Blast, former CDL pro, nasty. And then our last one we had as Mutex, another nasty player. Although we didn't take world records because it's a strictly comp, he did break a bunch of world records too.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, when it comes to tournaments, I would just say Mutex gets tilted very easily when it comes to tournaments, and that's my only issue with him. Other than that, he's a solid
Yeah.
player.
Yeah, and him and Blast were doing good at the beginning of the season. They just couldn't get anything together. And then I think maybe next season, that's why those guys fit really, really well in honorable mention. Because like, Smitty, for example, Smitty just needs a really solid 2v2 partner, like to just consistently grind, like, Biffle to Evan, Noobs to Huskers, Aiden to Rated, Tommy to Allman, like all these guys on this top 10 list. It's kind of fitting that they're 2v2 partner is also on the top 10 list.
Mhm.
Um, just because these guys always show up, they're super consistent. Like Tommy and Alban are like the perfect example of that. Like almost identical stats throughout the whole entire season. I think there's been so many tournaments where they've pretty much had the exact same KD, exact same
Yeah.
average kills.
Yep.
That's so hard to beat, especially when it's like, an 18 average kills or some crazy number like that.
Yeah, they're like you said, 2 peas in a pod.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think the only person from that honorable mention list who had a solid duo is FIFA Kill, but everyone else on
Hmm.
there doesn't have a solid duo. So that just comes with the consistency of being able to play with someone over and over again.
Yeah, yeah. And FIFA Kill was like probably, right on that edge of being number 10. Him and Evan were very, very close. That was one of the things that Brandon and I were discussing for probably at least like, 25, 30 minutes. Like, oh, who should be in number 10? Like the top five were pretty solid. We kind of knew who our top five were going to be, but then that 6 to 10 range was getting a little bit tougher. There's so many good players in Warzone at a really high level, and it's hard to just take this huge pool of players and pick individually the top 10 when so many things go into factor in, such as like being a good partner, um, you know, how you play with like even multiple people. A lot of these guys that we track tournaments for, sometimes they don't even play with their set duo. Like, Almond's played a few tournaments without Tommy, still does consistently really well, whoever he plays with. Aiden's another one, Rated's another one. Um, it just that speaks wonders to like how well somebody really plays the game consistently.
Yeah, and the reason why people are, I think, will point out this Juki's at number 7 over Destroy Z and like Evan with his KD and total
Mm,
kills. The reason why Juki's at number 7, he placement wise, he did very well this season. Um, where they think they had a lot of second and first places, him in FIFA,
yeah.
and they're
Hmm.
playing at that disadvantage already with
Yep.
EU, unfortunately. So that's,
Absolutely.
I mean, he's just overall a solid player. Just kind of wanted to like point that out.
No, no, that's a really good one. I mean, and then I know me and you were talking that you had brought up about Rated. I didn't know that after the Vicstar tournament, you had brought up that he took over the number 2 earning spot. So that
Yeah.
really, I think that kind of solidified his spot in that sixth spot. He's been
Yep.
playing pretty well this whole season. Not as good as those guys in the top 5, but for sure. I mean, won a few big tournaments, always places really well. Sometimes him and Aiden will have a bad tournament, but overall they play very, very consistently.
Yeah, and then Noobs, Tommy, Almond, they all play
Yep.
place very well in the 2v2s. Kill races when they play together, they place very well. And then with the recent addition of customs coming into tournaments, they've won the last 2 big ones.
Yep.
So I think that kind of solidified themselves as 3, 4, 5. Like
Yeah.
they just play together and are very consistent, all playing together whenever that happens.
Yeah. And the fact that we had brought up that Noobs is playing this consistently, along with playing with Huskers, who who has been vocal about not playing as well as he would like to play. So
Yeah.
I think that speaks like, that speaks a lot to how Noobs has been playing throughout this season. Just kind of picking up his partner and saying like, "Hey, bro, like you're good. Like let's just keep playing." Fragging out every tournament and just carrying his own weight, and sometimes even helping out Huskers a little bit,
Yeah,
push them
he's
to those top placements.
clutching up in big moments.
Yep, absolutely.
And then Biff, well, I mean, I can't remember the exact amount of tournaments we had, but with him going full time, it's just so scary. Like him and Evan had a
Hmm.
little rough go here in the what was it Husker Howl the
Yeah,
first couple weeks, but then
yeah,
they found that groove. Some may say they had a third person on their team, 3v2,
yeah.
but
Yep.
They found that groove and they just took off with it.
Yep. Win the last qualifier of the Husker Style and then win the grand finals back to back.
Yep.
Crazy.
Be interested to see also, I mean, going into like season 4, we have this World Series of Warzone event. Like
Hmm.
Noobs, Tommy, and Almond be just frying out when it comes to customs. It's
Yeah. I
kinda
mean, they
kinda
got to be the
scary.
favorite, right?
I would think so. I mean, they won the last 2.
Yeah, they got to be the favorite. I mean, that would be, I'm sure the odds they would definitely be the favorites in the tournament if there was betting odds for the for the World Series of Warzone
Oh, I'm sure there is, dude.
somewhere,
Yeah.
huh?
Oh, and then I forgot too, Noobs also won, him and Husk won an 8-shot invitational. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, that's true. Forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's something that we're going to be tracking starting next season. We'll be tracking average placement. That way we can also use that when the end of the season comes around next time. We'll be tracking average placement. We'll be tracking a few other things that I think you guys will be really really interested in. So make sure to be on the lookout for that.
Yep. Is there anything else you can think of adding at all?
No, I think I mean that's our 10, man. We discussed it for a while before this. It took a little bit to come up with, but I think it's a really solid list.
Yeah, I still think you can like interchange. There's just so many small details that can go into choosing this top 10. Like you said, I
Absolutely.
think 1 through 5 was solid, but when it came through 6 through 10, I was struggling. I was like,
Yep.
who do you fit in there?
Yeah.
Like
There's so many good players.
I think I switched out like 9 and 10, those 2
Mhm.
positions multiple times with numerous different names. I'm just like, no, wait, this person's one more. This person's one more. Oh, this person, did better here. It was
Yeah.
just, it was hard.
Yeah. It's tough, man, to be put in, we've been wanting to do this, but it definitely was a little bit tougher than we were expecting. So,
Yeah, and I'm
which cool,
sure.
man. I love a challenge.
Yeah, I'm sure. I mean, what are your guys' top tens? Let us know.
Yep.
Or we'll be posting, all the data from season 3 here. Coming about 2 hours after this video goes live around 11 a.m. Central Time, 1 hour before the tournament tomorrow. So let us know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to hit that subscribe button so you can see all of our top 5 plays, all of the podcasts, anything you guys want is going to be on the YouTube. Anything else?
No, we're good, man.
All
Thank you
right.
guys for watching. I appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Make sure to leave that like for the algorithm. Catch y'all later.
Peace.